Mike, someone's upstairs saying they're Mike Scanlon and they get him for free. Someone's upstairs claiming to be Mike Scanlon.
Hello and welcome. We are in New Haven at Albertus Magnus College. This is the 2017 National Prep Basketball Championship. My name is Glenn Conticello alongside Adam Finkelstein. And Adam, it's been quite a last couple of days here in New Haven with the games going on. And boy, do we have some fabulous semifinals played earlier today to setting up this final here tonight.
Yeah, they were two really tremendous games. I mean, first, Brewster Academy took on Putnam Science Academy, and it went down to the very last possession. Ended up being a three-point game as Brewster hung on, and what was couldn't have been a more competitive game. And then the second semifinal, Northfield jumped all over Hargrave early, but Hargrave Military Academy, the second-ranked team in the country, came storming back, ended up taking a 6-point lead in the second, but Northfield responded, came back and won that game. So both of these teams have been tested. Fatigue is certainly going to play a factor here in the final, but we should have a great one.
Brewster Academy in the gray with the numerals and letters trimmed in maroon, while Northfield Mount Herman in maroon, and they come out bombing from long range.
Well, and this is also a rematch of the NEPSAC AAA final from just 4 days ago. Sunday evening at Rhode Island College, it was all Brewster Academy in that final. They were clicking on all cylinders, but I can tell you right off the bat that Andrew Platek 3 is a good sign for Northfield Mount Herman, and something they didn't get a lot of on Sunday.
That was Mackay Ashton Langford. He's headed to play for the Yukon Huskies. Couldn't hit the runner, and the rebound batted out of bounds, and the Northfield Mount Herman team will have possession. And again, they got out with that three-point field goal by Platek. Boy, they were filling it up, especially in the first half, Adam, in the semifinal earlier today against Hargrave. At the point you were saying they're never going to be able to look back, and you got to credit Hargrave for coming back. But you see there, it's not just about the perimeter shots. They can also crash the boards, and that rebound put in by Platek.
And you know, the challenge for Brewster simply is going to be recognizing that this is a different Northfield team than the one they saw 4 days ago. I mean, 4 days ago, they very literally steamrolled that game, and Northfield just, in the matter of 4 days, has a totally different confidence. They're healthier. Their starting backcourt both had stomach flu in Sunday's final, and Platek and Kellen Grady both playing well here today. Kellen Grady especially has been phenomenal in this tournament so far.
Grady had 28 in the semifinal win over Hargrave. He hit 6 three-point field goals,
including the go-ahead 3, in my mind, under a minute to play, was really the difference in that game. Came down to that one shot.
Low left baseline, Sidney Wilson spinning, and we get a whistle and a travel.
See, right now, Brewster just trying to account for the fact that this game has started much different than the last time these two teams faced each other.
I know we talked about this last year, Adam. Both of these teams played earlier today. Again, they're a lot younger than you and I. Trust me, I'd need a day and a half, if not 2 full days off, but they just had hours off. How do you think they'll respond?
Well, fatigue is certainly going to be a factor, but the 2-a-day schedule is one that these kids are used to in the travel basketball circuit, regardless of what sneaker circuit they're on. Those guys are used to playing a couple games in a day. It's not necessarily quite as long as a prep school game, and probably you know, it has its differences, especially on the defensive end, but these guys have played more than one game before.
Allen hands for Haywood. He fires and buries a long 3.
And Haywood, that is who he has been all year long for this Brewster team. He is the Swiss Army knife, if you will, does a little bit of everything, and very timely with his shot making.
Grady working baseline, nothing there, backs it out.
Well, already the way the ball is moving, Glenn, for Northfield is much better than they showed on Sunday, and that's a difference Brewster's going to have to account for.
Ashton Langford coming ahead, stutter stepping his way left side of the paint, losing the dribble, trying to gain possession back. Now we'll get a held ball.
Yeah, Platek got a hand on that early, created the loose ball, and everybody going to the floor.
Just underway here. We're at Albertus Magnus College in New Haven, Connecticut. Glenn Conticello, Adam Finkelstein. Thanks for tuning in tonight. 2017 National Prep Championship. Wilson spinning, runs over a defender, and we get the offensive foul.
Went to spin and went right into his blind spot. Jerome DeRozers, he's headed to Princeton next year, slid in and took that contact to bring it the other way.
Now Brewster showing token full court pressure.
Well, Kellen Grady was so good. You can see Makai Ashton Langford, number 11 in gray for Brewster, just trying to take him out of the possession early, make someone else initiate offense.
Grady is long with that baseline jumper. Brewster Academy quickly ahead for Thomas Allen's three, and he hits.
Now that's Thomas Allen. He was recently named the Player of the Year in NEPSAC AAA. He signed with NC State back in November. Of course, NC State's going to have a coaching change. Mark Gottfried will not be back next year, and so a lot of coaches very interested to see what happens with Thomas Allen in the next month or two.
And we get a little legal screen on DeWolf. That's his first. Adam, what's your thoughts on that? Player commits to a school, really to a coach. Coach leaves the program whatever way he leaves. Should that player be released from that commitment in your mind?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's certain stipulations are understandable. You don't want to let them go in the same conference. I've always seen, seen the point in that. But I think to your point, I mean, you said it, Glenn, these kids commit to coaches at this point. I know that the sense is they commit to schools, but they're not taking the average campus tour when they go on their visit, I'll tell you that.
Right. Coming ahead, Grady tried to tomahawk dunk. It got deflected as he made the move to the iron, goes out of bounds off of Northfield Mount Herman. So nice defensive play by Brewster Academy. They get the ball.
Well, Sid Wilson is not the guy you want to try and elevate on. He is as bouncy of an athlete as there is anywhere in prep school basketball. He showed you that time, really went up and turned that ball away at the rim.
Brewster with the weave up top. They feed it right corner for Haywood. His three's no good. Quick pass ahead, and the dunk by DeRozers.
Well, the loose balls, Andrew Platek's been digging them out tonight. Tell you what, he's had a little bit of a feast or a famine type year. He's going to North Carolina next year in large part because of his ability, not just to make three-point shots, but because he can provide tremendous toughness. So he's got a unique ability to play a certain role, and he's going to have to do that tonight.
That time Wilson missed badly quickly. Northfield Mount Herman ahead, but they fumble it out of bounds. The Wolf had the easy dunk, couldn't hold on.
You can see already Brewster recycling bodies a little bit, trying to keep legs fresh, given the fact that both of these teams played. Now, Brewster had about an extra couple of hours of rest. They played at 11 a.m. this morning, Northfield at 1. But fatigue and being able to manage minutes is certainly going to be a key here.
Aaron Wheeler, number 1, has come on as well. Number 3, Michael Okuru. Low right baseline. Gasunis trying to back in. Now a no-look bounce pass down along the baseline for Wheeler. He couldn't get a clean shot off. It deflects out, but Brewster will keep it.
That was really a big-time pass, wasn't it?
Faked everybody out.
He did.
Problem was, his receiver was so deep under the hoop, really wasn't much of an angle for Wheeler to get a good shot off. Three on the shot clock. Doesn't have to be a catch and shoot.
No, you got time for a dribble or two.
Yep.
Yep.
And that pass to Ashton Langford deflected out. Now only 1 on the shot clock, and this really has to be a catch and shoot, if not catch and tip.
Yeah, and you got to get something going towards the basket.
Yeah, that's not going to count.
Allen's momentum was taking him away from the basket, so there wasn't going to be enough time to pivot and try and fire into that one, especially given that he had the double clutch.
Chuck Hanna, number 1, and number 33, Thomas Murphy, have come on. Couple of forwards for Northfield Mount Herman.
A couple of forwards that had huge days yesterday. Thomas Murphy in the quarterfinals was terrific offensively, scored 18 points on a series of jump hooks inside. And then Chuck Hanna, he only had 7, but it was his work on the defensive end. This is going to sound like an odd statement, but he held Hassan French to 21 points. And Hassan French is, he's headed to St. Louis next year, and he's an outright steal in the Atlantic 10. But he has been putting up huge numbers all year long, and Chuck Hanna did a terrific job of matching his toughness and intensity yesterday.
Ashton Langford controls the offense for Brewster Academy. He hands, and that 3 by Wheeler is good.
Well, that's what it's going to take. Guys coming off the bench, being able to make contributions.
Scoreboard gave him just 2, and now they've changed it to a 3. DeWolf at the foul line, nothing there. They back it out. This is Grady. Northfield Mount Herman down 2. That corner 3 is short. It deflects out, and they say it was last touched by Brewster Academy.
It was a little bit of an unconventional lineup for Northfield here because they've got 3 traditional forwards and maybe a center and 2 traditional forwards, depending on how you define Matt DeWolf. So spacing is going to be an issue with this group, and they're going to need somebody to be able to stretch the floor, whether it's Murphy, who attempted the 3 there, or Hanna.
And we'll get a blocking foul. That'll go against Allen, his first. That's a deep 3 by Platek.
Well, as I said, Andrew Platek, he can be streaky, and right now he's hot, so that is not good news for Brewster. You could see just the way he cut after inbounding that ball. He was thinking shot as soon as he stepped onto the court.
That's his second 3 of this first half. He has 8. Ashton Langford into the paint. Shot was deflected, goes out of bounds, no foul. Brewster will keep possession. They've got 14 on their shot clock. Inbounds alley-oop. They're going to say before the alley-oop shot, it was a foul call, a hold.
Yeah, Aaron Wheeler made a really good cut. Thomas Murphy knew he got caught, and so he had to hold to prevent that alley-oop. So, you know, he's going to go to the bench here with a little bit of foul trouble, but he prevented a dunk with that foul, so probably a good use of one.
Just came in a couple of minutes ago and quickly picks up 2, so he quickly rotates out. Inbounds, quick shot put up, was no good, and on the missed shot, we get a whistle, and the ball deflects out, and we'll give the possession back to Brewster Academy. Max Lorca, a number 35, a 6'8" forward, has come on for Northfield. Now away from the basketball, we've got a couple of players that came together, and the call is going to go against Northfield Mount Herman. It's going to go on Platek. That'll be his first.
Second offensive foul against Northfield. It's become a point of emphasis in the college game, and these officials are all college officials, so you're going to have to be careful about the screening. Crew chief is Mike Shea, umpires Mike Stanman and Brad Ternowitz. Ternowitz. They gave me Ternowitz. I've been calling him by the wrong name for 10 years.
No, it's Ternowitz. That's what they gave me.
All right. Sorry, Brad.
Ashton Langford driving right baseline. Shot was blocked, but he was bodied on the shot, and he'll go to the line.
Well, one thing you can expect in prep school basketball is that it's going to be constant contact from start to finish. And so when you put the ball on the floor, you're going to have to absorb some of that. But it's a difficult game for the officials to call because there is so much contact on a consistent basis.
Foul was on Lorca, his first. And as I said earlier, Ashton Langford headed to play for Kevin Ollie at UConn, and they do have some depth at that guard position. We'll see if he is able to step right in as a freshman and get meaningful playing time, assuming there aren't any injuries. But
well, he comes from the same AAU program that produced Jalen Adams. And so he's got some experience playing with those guys. And so I think that's going to benefit him to be able to learn and grow into a role as he goes on.
Foul on Aaron Wheeler, his first of Brewster Academy. Playtech inbounds. Grady trying to drive, got in trouble, got stripped. Ashton Langford ahead, can't hit the runner. The rebound also no good, and now we get a loose ball foul.
Yeah, he needed to give that ball up. Ashton Langford had somebody ahead of him. Would have been an contested dunk. He tried to finish it himself.
Foul on Chuck Hanna, his first. Sixth team foul on Northfield.
Nice action there.
Beautiful pass and the finish. Nice soft touch. Nate Roberts, number 4.
Little handoff into a roll and replace, perfectly executed by Brewster. Had the big fella rolling right down the middle, and a nice find by Mekhi Ashton Langford.
13-10. Brewster with a 3-point lead.
Now this is the 4th time that these two teams have seen each other this year, and that's what happens. Right, Northfield, that was some of their basic action right there. Brewster has seen it enough that they were able to take away the ball reversal and force Northfield out of their offense, and as a result.
Yeah, shot clock running down. That desperation 3 is an air ball by Playtech. He's claiming he was hit. That's the reason why the shot came up short, but no call.
Well, the ball got hit. There was certainly a deflection there.
Ashton Langford driving, throws up the floater. No good. The shot was caught and dunked. That won't count. Fouls on Murphy, or correction. Fouls on Hanna, that's his second. Ashton Langford will go to the stripe for a couple. It's a 1-and-1, no shot. And the free throw is short. And there's a long 3 buried by Grady.
Well, and remember, he has been super hot all weekend long. It's not a weekend, but it feels like one.
Yeah.
All tournament long, just playing the best basketball of his career, of his season, certainly, maybe of his career.
Ashton Langford shot swatted out of bounds. And now Ashton Langford will get a breather.
Same thing there. Brewster inbounds play. Northfield has seen it for over 3 games now. They're able to take it away. So when you're playing someone who's as familiar with your style as these two teams are, it becomes about your ability to have counters within your offense, then guys to come up and be able to make individual plays when the opposing defense can take you out of your offensive action.
Northfield by 2, 10:30 remaining in this first half. Skip pass, deep right side, 3's thrown up, no good. That by Haywood.
Really good fake, though, by Haywood, and nice defensive transition there from Brewster.
Kai Tao's number 5 is into the game for Northfield. They turn it over, and getting away with a walk maybe was Wheeler, but he dunks.
Aaron Wheeler streaking down the sideline, really took off, showing great speed.
And we've got a timeout call by Brewster. Game is tied at 15, 10:06 remaining in this first half. And while we have a moment, I want to remind you, you are watching the 2017 National Prep Championship. You're live from Albertus Magnus College in New Haven, Connecticut. Glenn Conticello and Adam Finkelstein. And Adam, you mentioned a moment ago about the activity that's been going on with this tournament the last couple of days, and really every one of the games hard fought, very physical. You're seeing some very talented players on the court.
Well, you know, it's the final event of the year, kind of the pinnacle of the prep school season, and there's 11 teams in the field, and 10 of them are going to go home disappointed. You know, that's the tough part, because it has been a really, you know, exciting 48 hours, and only one team's going to be able to leave feeling good about themselves. So we've seen a lot of great basketball, but we've also, you know, quite honestly, we've seen a lot of tears over the last 36 hours as well. Guys who've spent the last 4 or 5 months working towards a goal and coming up just a bit short, but it's been a credit to prep school basketball and the overall quality of it.
DeWolf was fouled. Foul on Curtis Haywood. That's his first. The fourth on Brewster. Northfield already over the 6-team limit with 9:54 to go in this first half. Brewster Academy will be at the foul line the rest of the way. Matt DeWolf's a senior. He's headed to Brown. It's the first. That's his first point.
He's had a really strong year. I don't know if at the beginning of the year Northfield anticipated him playing as big of a role as he has ended up playing for this team, but he's emerged into a consistent starting presence on the front line, really their starting center for virtually the entire season. And because he's rugged, he's a blue-collar guy, he's got terrific hands, he goes to get balls off the glass, rebounds it with 2 hands, and he's very, very coachable. So really a nice senior campaign for Matt DeWolf.
Okoro, nothing there, can't penetrate, backs it out for Allen. He gets pushed a bit, no call. Now he drives as the defense just basically forgot about him, and he laid it in.
Well, it was a great offensive possession for Brewster for a couple of reasons. Number one, they were patient within their concepts, and 2, they had the floor spread. 3, they were sprinting into their screen. So it was really a nice possession, and one of the reasons why I think you saw that defense break down.
And now Towles gets stripped, and the dunk by Okoro.
Talk about a guy who's improved over the course of the season, Michael Okoro. He came into this year from North Carolina. He arrived with the reputation of a guy who wasn't a good shooter, but his jumper has been much better than advertised this year. He's got good size and athleticism in the backcourt. You saw his ability to make plays defensively right there.
Brewster leading by 3, 19-16, 8:40 remaining first half. That floater's put in by Grady.
What a tough shot, huh? That's not only a floater, but extended out to the side over a contesting arm in traffic. That was a big-time shot.
Kellen Grady now with 7. Allen out up top. Nothing there. Okoro.
But again, the patience within the half court.
Yep. Driving with the left hand, the runner by Haywood, no good. Rebound deflects back to him again with the left hand. This time he banks it in.
Well, see what happens. They're so patient. They get to the rim. There's only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. They get it on the rim in time, and because the defense has to scramble, they're out of position on the glass. They get the easy putback.
Brewster Academy by 3 again, 21-18. 7:40 remaining in this first half. This is Grady. That's not a good shot because the shot clock was running down. Not much choice there, and wasn't squared up, and he threw up an air ball.
Yeah, he was trying to get to the ball screen. They were overplaying it a little bit. He's got to reject the screen in that point, go to his dominant right side. There was a player in the corner. He could have pushed him a little bit deeper to open up that driving lane. I think that's a better play than trying to force a tough contested jumper at the end of the clock.
Jerome DeRozers has come back in for Northfield.
Got to watch out for this guy. He is money in the bank, Thomas Allen, when he gets his feet set.
Left baseline fadeaway is an air ball by Wilson.
But that shows you the defensive versatility of having a guy like Kellen Grady. He's every bit of 6'4", if not 6'5". He plays the point guard. That time he got switched onto Brewster's 4-man, and he forced him to take a tough fadeaway from the low post.
Number 11, Zach Light, has come on for Northfield. Oh, nice pass down low, and a lay-in by DeWolf.
Well, I mentioned earlier, because these two teams know each other so well, the counters were going to be important. And what you just saw was a counter within the Northfield Mount Herman playbook, not their typical stagger action. They threw it back. It's a play they run pretty consistently, but not the standard action.
Mackay Ashton Langford back in. Tried to give down low to Lucas Kasunas. Pass was stolen. Here come Northfield into the paint. Tough shot, but he gets the roll. Nice move by Towes.
Led with the body. Surprised he could go through Kasunas. He's a big boy inside, but tough play there by Kai Towes.
Northfield back out on top. They lead it by 1. Kasunas gets stripped. Coming ahead is Grady.
Well, again, that was the size. You see the way he extended his strides in the open floor, put that ball out in front of him, maximized his reach in that play. Great move.
Northfield by 3. Back and forth we go, and we expect that throughout in this championship. Haywood moving baseline. He was fouled on the shot. It'll go against Grady. That will be his first.
The little difference there is Haywood has some, not so much about the size advantage as it is about the strength advantage. So he was able to kind of push Kellen Grady under the baskets. He was forced to kind of reach down on the ball to prevent that layup.
Curtis Haywood had 11 points in the semifinal against Putnam Science earlier today. He's headed to Georgia Tech. Makes them both. He's got 7.
Again, he's been such a timely player for this squad this year, and I think certainly exceeded expectations. He came in with a reputation as a mid-major recruit, and right off the bat you could see he was better than advertised. Proved himself a high major guy, and now he's headed to play for Josh Pastner at Georgia Tech.
Towes baseline. Now he passes deep right corner. That three's put up short by DeRozers, and now on the rebound it deflects out, and they say it was hit off a Brewster Academy, so Northfield will retain possession and get a new shot clock.
Well, a terrific hustle play there from Zach Light, the junior guard from New York, coming in, saving the possession.
Grady's 5-footer no good. The rebound put back also no good by DeWolf.
Got to make those bunnies if you're hoping to beat a undefeated powerhouse team like Brewster. You cannot let those type of opportunities go by.
Inside 5 minutes remaining in this first half. It's a 1-point game. Ashton Langford stops, spins, fires, can't hit the 10-footer.
Defensive rebound by Zach Light, making nice contributions off the bench for Northfield.
Towes for DeRozers. 12 on the shot clock, drives and on the move. We'll get a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Sidney Wilson. That will be his second. Fifth team foul on Brewster. Inbounds, everybody fell asleep. The pass was caught by DeWolf, and he just couldn't put it in.
Yeah, second layup he's missed in a row. That's 4 points. Again, you cannot leave those buckets on the table against a team like Brewster Academy. Got to dunk that ball. That's what I'd do if I was 6'8", in theory anyway.
Right. Now as Allen tries to drive towards the foul line, he was bodied, and we'll get a blocking foul on Zach Light. That will be his first. The 9th now on Northfield in this first half.
Well, Thomas Allen, known as a shooter, and rightfully so, but he showed the quick first step that time. Got on Zach Light's hip in a hurry and forced the foul as a result.
Can't hit the front end of the 1-and-1. but they'll keep possession, getting the rebound. It's a 1-point game. Northfield Mount Herman with the lead. 3:45 remaining in the half. Ashton Langford driving, dishing down low. The shot by Kazunas blocked away, but it was deflected right to Allen, and he buries the 10-footer.
What a block that was. Jerome DeRozers with authority. Thomas Allen, though, right place at the right time, and just too soft to touch.
DeWolf blocked off by Kazunas. Towes, nothing there. And now the pass deflected out of bounds by Haywood. Now Platek will come back in. Got a nice rest. Kai Towes will check out for Northfield. 3:15 remaining in this first half. This is Grady out up top. Down to 4 on the shot clock. They got to get a shot off. That's a pretty good one from the corner, and it's rattled in by DeWolf. It's a 3.
He said foot was on the line. But what happens there? You miss a couple bunnies. He was just too close. He needed to step back a little bit. Who called him a center?
And now Ashton Langford losing the dribble, able to get the handle and hand to Allen, and he can't hit the 3.
How's this for a stat? Mekhi Ashton Langford hasn't lost a basketball game since last May.
Wow. That was Grady. And with 2:33 remaining in this first half, timeout called by Brewster. It is not a full timeout. It's a 30.
30 seconds.
28-25, Northfield Mount Herman in the lead. Boy, it has gone back and forth. That last basket was a 2-point field goal. I think the biggest lead for either side is 3. Is it a bit more than that? I don't think so.
If it has, it hasn't been much more. I mean,
yeah.
it's been back and forth the entire way. And again, just the polar opposite of what we saw on Sunday evening. I mean, that was all Brewster from start to finish, and it was obvious from the opening possession. In retrospect, I think that Andrew Platek 3 on the very first possession for Northfield was a huge shot, if for the psyche of Northfield, if for nothing else.
Haywood, 5 on the shot clock, gives for Wheeler. He'll fire and bury a 3.
Well, that spread pick and roll continuity offense that Brewster's running, they're doing it so well, because their spacing has been great. They continue to be very, very patient, and they're taking whatever the defense is giving them. So credit to Jason Smith. They're running really good offense right now.
Tied again, this time at 28, minute 45 remaining. DeRozier's driving, he hits, and he was fouled.
He's giving them some terrific energy right now. He's had the big dunk, the big block a couple of possessions ago, and that time just put his head down, the bully drive. And again, Lucas Kazunas, not an easy guy to go through.
First on Kazunas. DeRozier can't hit the foul shot. The rebound almost tipped in by DeWolf. Brewster dodged a bullet right there, Adam.
He was too close again. DeWolf likes those 20-footers better than those layups.
Minute 25 remaining in the half. Ashton Langford driving, nothing there. Now passes down low into the paint. The turnaround by Kazunas, no good. And the rebound gathered in by Light.
Well, Zach Light continuing to provide good minutes. Doesn't have to score the ball to impact the game. He's made a bunch of hustle plays already and securing extra possessions for Northfield.
1 minute remaining in the half, 15 on the shot clock. DeRozier's driving. Oh, nice feed down low for DeWolf. He faked the 2 defenders in the air, waited till they came down, and he just laid it in.
I think he faked himself out. I'm not sure he didn't bobble that ball and then just end up with it when the defenders flew by, but certainly a good break for Northfield and some momentum going in the locker room here.
.30 seconds remaining in the half. Kasuna, oh, nice feed down low. The turnaround by Wheeler's an air ball. Rebound deflects. It goes out off of Brewster. So with 21.5 seconds remaining in this first half, Northfield leads it 32-28. Northfield will look to take the final shot of the half. 10 seconds remaining. This is Light. Hands for Grady. 5 seconds, makes the move, drives. Nice dish to DeWolf. And that ends the half. 34-28. Northfield, Mount Herman with the halftime lead over Brewster Academy. It was a seesaw first half, but it's Northfield taking the lead into the locker room here at the half. 34-28 is our score. We will take a bit of a break. We'll come back for the second half, so make sure you stay tuned. You're watching the 2017 National Prep Championship. Stay tuned. And welcome back to Albertus Magnus College here in New Haven, Connecticut. This is the 2017 National Prep Championship. Glenn Conticello, Adam Finkelstein, thanks for tuning in tonight. We're at the half. Let's take a look at some numbers with Northfield Mount Herman leading it 34-28. In that first half for Northfield, they were led by Kellen Grady. He had 11. 1 3-point field goal, 9 for Matt DeWolf, 8 for Platic, 4 for DeRosiers, and 2 for Murphy for Brewster Academy. They were led by Aaron Wheeler. He had 8, couple of 3-point field goals, 7 apiece for Allen and Curtis Haywood, and 2 apiece for Mackay Ashton Langford and Nate Roberts. And as we start this second half, Adam, Northfield have a 6-point lead, and that is their biggest lead of the game, and we'll see if they can extend that lead, and we'll get a quick foul.
Well, I think the key for Northfield is going to be to withstand the inevitable Brewster run. I mean, you know it's coming, and for them, it's just going to be to maintain their confidence, maintain their composure, and continue to play the way that they did for the first 20 minutes. It's another little wrinkle in their offense. Various counters. Excuse me, Glenn.
This is Platic up top, and now we get a player falling to the floor. That was DeWolf, and he was elbowed down. They're going to call it against, I believe, Curtis Haywood. That should be his second.
So a couple of quick defensive fouls here against Brewster. And again, remember, these guys have now played 3 halves of basketball here, so got to get back to moving their feet. It's as much about mental toughness now as it is about physical durability.
Long 3 by Lazuski, no good. And the rebound gathered in by Kasunis. Ashton Langford now will come ahead. 50 seconds into this second half. Looking for our first second half points. Working baseline with the left hand. The flip shot by Wheeler's no good.
But I think that's the play there. That's a mismatch where regardless of who Northfield has at the 3, when they've got 3 forwards in the game, I'm not sure that any of them can keep up with Aaron Wheeler off the bounce. So he's got to finish that play, but that's the right play to try and put it on the floor and beat him off the bounce.
Nice backdoor cut. Great pass, but Grady couldn't hit the runner. It's a 3-on-1. Driving is Wheeler and didn't really finish that 3-on-1 break. Didn't hit the shot, but
he can really run, though, can he? Off to the races again when he gets out in the open court, and that's a part of his game we didn't see nearly as frequently coming up the ranks. He's doing a much better job of really utilizing all of his speed to get out in transition.
Fouls on Andrew Platic. That is his second. First point of the second half for Brewster Academy. 9 now for Wheeler. Misses the second. 5-point game. Platic up top. DeRosiers spinning, nothing there. We'll back it out for Platic's 3. It's short. And he got his own rebound. And now he's tripped up. Aaron Wheeler picks up the personal. That will be number 2 on Wheeler. But already 3 team fouls on Brewster Academy. I don't think they picked up their 3rd team foul till at least 10 minutes into the first half. They already have 3, and we've only played 1:45 of this second half.
Well, that's where you see fatigue start to come into play here. In the defensive end, guys trying to move their feet, keeping up with the ball.
Ashton Langford driving and hitting.
That's really his most unique skill. He is an outstanding layup maker, has terrific touch off the glass, can finish at all kinds of different angles. One of the things that really differentiates him from other high-level guards.
Platic. Floater is good from about 12 feet away.
Yeah, tough shot. We noted early on in the first half we were seeing the best of Andrew Platic. Vastly different from the guy that Brewster saw on Sunday night. He has come to play here tonight.
36-31. Brewster with possession, down 5. Driving, and that bank shot is a beauty by Thomas Allen.
Well, again, they've been so effective in that spread pick and roll because of their patience and because of their spacing. They get good options off it almost every time down the floor.
That's a long 3 by Liszewski.
Talked about how Mekhi Ashton Langford, his biggest weapon was his layup making. Well, Nate Liszewski's biggest weapon is his shot making from behind the three-point line. He's another one who can get hot in a hurry.
Lead is back to 6 for Northfield. Wheeler backs it out. Ashton Langford looking to move baseline, nothing there. Still has possession, and now we'll get a blocking foul on Playtech. That should be his 3rd. It is. And they're going to quickly get Zach Light off the bench to get Playtech out of the game with the 3 fouls.
Well, and that could be a big one. He's been so effective tonight that they're going to want him on the floor in crunch time. He's got to be able to play aggressively but stay out of foul trouble.
It's an open look. Shot is short by Haywood. Northfield quickly ahead. This is Light, the runner's short. Banked it up. Couldn't get it to fall. Wheeler's 3 is good. Stepped right into that.
Aaron Wheeler making his presence felt here in the second half. Another guy coming off the bench. Talked about how depth was going to play a factor here tonight with whoever was going to come out on top.
Liszewski's 3 off the side of the iron, and the rebound saved right to Liszewski. Great effort.
It's Zach Light again.
Yeah.
Winning the Hustle Award today, that's for sure.
And Grady rolls home a 3.
Far and away the best 48 hours of basketball he has played all season long. This is the guy that people have been waiting for a long time. But again, Mekhi Ashton Langford, as good of a layup maker as you will find.
Four-point lead for Northfield Mount Herman. Right corner 3 by DeRozier's is good. How about that?
When it rains, it pours. This is what happened against Hargrave. These guys just got hot with the jumper, and they are still hot right now.
7-point lead for Northfield. That matches their biggest advantage. Now we'll get a blocking foul. It will go against DeRozier's. That should only be his first. Couple of changes for Northfield. We'll give it to you as we go. Thomas Murphy, number 33, is in. This is Wheeler backing in, and he stumbled a bit, and we get the traveling call.
Well, Aaron Wheeler, who's provided that spark here in the second half, he did the right thing. He's got the smaller Zach Light on him. He tried to take him down to the post, worked that mismatch, but Zach Light just backed off, released pressure as a post defender. That caused Wheeler to shuffle his feet, and we're going the other way.
DeWolf spinning in the paint with the left hand. The shot is short, got his own rebound, and he backs it out for Grady.
Yeah, just ripped that ball right away from Nate Roberts.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. That reset on that missed shot. Down to 15. Working left sideline along the baseline was Murphy as he went up at him. He got stripped. Nice defensive play.
It was a good catch and rip there, but nice hands to take away what looked like it was an advantage for NMH in that baseline drive.
Light to inbound. He gave for Grady, lost the handle, trying to throw it off a Brewster player. That didn't work. Ball stayed live. They fought for it, and now we get a whistle. And a foul will be called. And I believe it's on Mackay Ashton Langford. Loose ball foul. And we get a 30-second timeout called.
Well, Zach Light, again, the master of the intangibles, jumping on that loose ball, no regard for his body. First one to the floor and then some.
They're saying no foul. My mistake. They're saying the timeout was called by Light, and that's why Ashton Langford was saying, "Why? How did I get a foul on me?" And the official just said, "No, no, no. I'm saying number 11 called the timeout." Towes inbounds up top for Grady. 3 on the shot clock. He's got to fire up a desperation 3. No good. Almost got it to fall.
Yeah, had a chance.
Yeah. Here comes Allen driving. Tough shot. Able to hit.
He's been so impressive. You know, talking to Jason Smith earlier today, he said that the most pleasant surprise, he'd never coached Thomas Allen before this year. He knew he was a shooter, but what's really impressed him is that he's not a volume guy, meaning he doesn't need a certain amount of reps or shots to stay engaged, to stay hot. He can score it given any opportunity, and we've seen that tonight. Just capable of stepping up at any opportunity and better off the bounce than he gets credit for, not just a shooter.
Up top 3 by DeWolf, no good. Long rebound. Here come Brewster Academy left side. Threes put in by Allen.
Well, that is the NEPSAC AAA MVP, and you have got to find him in transition. You can see he has given Brewster life. Mackay Ashton Langford has some extra juice in the legs on the defensive side this time.
5 quick points for Brewster Academy, cutting the 7-point deficit down to 2. Ball deflected out, and now players are coming together. DeWolf and Ashton Langford. Nothing developed. Both DeWolf and Ashton Langford now will take a breather for their respective teams. The inbounds, a beauty. Wide open was Nate Lazuski, and he buried the 3.
Well, a big shot because it turns that Brewster run. Came at a critical time to help break that momentum.
Wheeler's 3 is good.
But hey, one good 3 deserves another. Simple pick and pop action there, but Brewster emptied out that side of the floor and let that duo go to work.
That's his 4th 3-point field goal. He's got 15 in the game.
Yeah, Aaron Wheeler playing extremely well here in this second half.
Grady driving, gets bodied before the shot. That will not count. We'll get a foul. Believe it's going to be on Okoro.
Well, the tough thing about guarding Grady off the bounce is he's longer than he is quick. And what I mean by that is he's not going to blow by you with that first step, but you think you're right on him, and then all of a sudden his stride takes him longer than the defender's stride does. And so he ends up gaining his advantage that way.
And before the pass is inbounded, we get a foul on Aaron Wheeler, and that on my stat sheet is his 3rd. Inbounds, quick shot, short.
Yeah, rushed that one up.
That was Grady's shot. Rebound, a long one, deflects out. Last touched by Brewster Academy.
And again, just under 12 minutes to play. Managing minutes going to be so important for both benches right now. Trying to keep guys fresh down the stretch. Not just physically, but emotionally. The the toll that a game like this, that a 48 hours like this takes.
Grady driving. I think that was a pass low for Lorca. Turned over quickly ahead of the field. That was Allen. Boy, Brewster Academy got that turnover up the floor in a hurry.
Yeah, it wasn't a good pass on one end because that ball was at Lorca's ankles, but it was a terrific long lead to Allen, and now we got ourselves a tie game.
That 7-point lead for Northfield Mount Herman dissipated in a hurry. Lazowski's three, this time no good. The rebound is tipped in, a beauty by Thomas Murphy.
Well, Thomas Murphy wasn't the bounciest guy down there, but he had the best timing and the softest hands, giving Northfield back that lead.
Wheeler's three is good again.
Exact same pick and pop play. Kaitau's rotated, but he was a half a second late.
10.5 remaining in this 2017 National Prep Championship. Northfield, Mount Herman, and Brewster Academy. Brewster leading it by a point. That three's put in by Grady.
What a response, such a good game. Credit to both of these teams just going right back at each other.
Tough drive to the paint, and that shot by Haywood is blocked.
He wants to pull it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at that shake.
Beautiful shake and bake, and Grady able to finish. He's got 19.
Again, this is the Kellen Grady that people have been waiting for a long time. He battled some recurring injuries over the last couple of years, and he's been a little up and down this season, but he has been tremendous here at the National Prep Championship.
Now, as Wheeler started his drive from about 25 or so feet away, he was held, and we get a foul. I believe that will go against Murphy. It was on Murphy. Nice inbounds feed to Wheeler, and he laid it right up and in.
Kellen Grady isn't the only one playing the best basketball of his career.
Nice defensive play that time by Okoro, deflecting that inbounds pass off of a Northfield Mount Herman player, so Brewster Academy will get it back, down by 2.
Hard to believe that Okoro was a guy that didn't have high major recruitment before he got to Brewster. I mean, you look at that size and that build in the backcourt, he's just got so much natural talent. He's young for a senior too. He's a true senior, still young, just scratching the surface of his potential.
Ashton Langford spinning, can't keep the dribble, turns it over. This is Grady ahead. Doesn't really have the numbers, will still drive, the shot's no good, and the rebound deflects to Haywood. He'll come ahead, alley-oop down low, and the dunk by Wheeler.
Aaron Wheeler, he's jumping up, he's making the crowd jump up. These guys are on their feet, and he is going crazy right now in the second half. Best I've ever seen him play.
14 second half points for Aaron Wheeler, the senior headed to Purdue. We are tied at 55, 8:35 remaining second half. This is Grady, out up top. Now he got stripped, the ball still loose, taken by Lorca. Shot clock running down, that desperation three by Towes is an air ball, and that will be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, Grady has been so good. He's got to recognize now that that Brewster defense is just collapsing on him, and when they do, he's got to move that basketball and trust his teammates to make shots and plays.
Well, when Playtech went out of the game with the 3 fouls, this game changed.
Certainly did.
Yep,
That's a great point.
Brewster Academy went on their run. We are now tied at 55. It was a 7-point lead. I know that doesn't seem like a big lead, but in this game, that was big. In fact, the biggest lead either team had before the 7-point Northfield lead was 6. And that 7-point lead evaporated, and now John Carroll, the head coach for Northfield, brings Playtech back in.
Great move.
Beauty, nice finish by Okoro.
He wasn't high major 4 months ago, and I'm being sarcastic. That again, I think it was very surprising.
Why do you think that was?
You know, I don't know. I'd never seen him play. It's hard before that, so it's hard to say. But I think that I can tell you this: the first time I saw him in a Brewster Open gym, I looked at him and I said, whether or not he's high major, he's been a high major recruit before this. He's going to get it before it's all said and done here.
Tough shot by Towes. Can't get it to fall. Here comes Ashton Langford driving. The shot, no good, but he was bodied on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, Northfield has gotten a little stagnant offensively. The ball hasn't moved quite as crisply or as freely as it did for the first 3 quarters of the game. They got to get back to that because they're being forced to settle for tough looks at the end of the clock, and that's leading to run-out opportunities for Brewster.
Follows on Tao, just his first. 2 shots here for Ashton Langford. Makes the first. 3 for 4 from the charity stripe here tonight. Both teams making changes. We'll give them to you as we go. Looks like Lucas Kasunis is back into the game for Brewster Academy. Mackay Ashton Langford makes them both. He's got 8. And now Brewster Academy just like that, now with a 4-point lead.
Well, we talked about it at the opening of the half. You knew they were going to make a run. They're too good not to, and there's a reason why they haven't lost a game all year.
Entry pass into the paint. DeWolf faking the shot, backs it out for Grady's 3. It's no good.
But again, it's a tough contested shot, and the result is another run-out opportunity.
Ashton Langford ahead, can't hit the 10-footer. Offensive rebound, Kasunis. Nice pass for Wilson, and he banks it in. Did he call bank on that shot?
I think he might have.
Yeah. That's his first basket, comes at a good time. It gives his team a 6-point lead, their biggest advantage.
And it's gut check time now for Northfield. They gotta have a good possession here.
Open 3 for Playtech, no good, off the front of the iron.
You know, you could just tell, we had a great look at it, and he snapped his backwards, if you will, on the release a little more than normal. That was not his typical shooting stroke.
Timeout call by Northfield. 6:18 on the clock, 61-55. That last foul, a blocking foul on Hanna, that's his 3rd. Well, these 2 teams met in this championship game back in 2013. Northfield won it 78-73. And as Adam mentioned during our broadcast, these 2 teams have faced a lot of each other this season alone, regular season and postseason. And that 2013 championship for Northfield, their only National Prep Championship, while Brewster has 4. They've had quite a run. They've been in this final 6 of the last 8 years. They're 4-1 in this final.
Big shot.
No good by Haywood, and on the rebound by Playtech, he was fouled. Boy, not a good foul by Kasunis. Only his 2nd.
They in the bonus, or they got one more?
One more.
16 fouls each, so the next foul from here on out, both sides are going to be shooting. With 6 minutes to play, that is going to be a factor. Great play.
And the shot by Playtech, blocked out of bounds by Kasunis. Grady to inbound. Still looking, oh, nice pass in the paint. The shot's put up and in by DeWolf.
Well, what happened was Murphy was open on the initial cut, and Kasunis had to rotate over to block his path, and that left Matt DeWolf exposed in that opposite block. So a well-run out-of-bounds underset for Northfield.
Ashton Langford driving, hit the shot. It won't count. Before the shot, he was fouled.
Again, though, that's why he's special.
Yeah.
Every angle, every spin in the book, he's got it.
Fouls on Matt DeWolf, only his 2nd. But it will send Ashton Langford to the foul line. He was 2 for 3 in the first half. He's 2 for 2 here in the second half. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. He now has 9 points. And when you are a player like Mackay Ashton Langford that creates his own shots and drives to the iron most of the time, that's the majority of his shots.
No doubt. And
you're going to go to the foul line a lot. You better be a good free throw shooter.
Well, and you know what? He has improved as a shooter overall significantly in the last year or so. And I think, you know, a lot of guys, when you're talking about how they project long-term as shooters, tend to look at free throw shooting. And, you know, his mechanics are solid.
Tough shot by Playtech off the side of the iron. Rebound Kasunis. Now he got tied up, and they are going to call a hell ball.
That is a big boy rebound from Lucas Kasunis.
Possession arrow giving the ball back to Brewster Academy. (63-57) is our score. Brewster Academy on top. Five minutes remaining in this second half.
Lucky break there from Brewster. That could have been a big swing.
Ashton Langford, 30 feet from the hoop, now drives, backs it out for a 3 from Allen, and he hits.
I mean, that kid has a clutch gene that you just can't teach. I mean, every big shot. How about this? He's 8 for 10 from the floor right now. A three-point shooter is 8 for 10 from the floor. You can't get much more efficient than that.
3 of those 8 made field goals are from beyond the arc. He's got 19. Playtech gets a screen from Murphy, gives back to Murphy, now up top with the shot clock running down. Grady buries the bomb.
Well, Brewster has been defending at a high level for the last few minutes. It took every second of that shot clock and a number of extra passes from Northfield to get a good look. Terrific basketball on both sides right now.
Huge basket with the shot clock running down, and a quick timeout for Northfield. They're down a half dozen with 4:08 remaining. So Brewster Academy with a 9-point lead a moment ago if that 3 does not fall. And the final 4 minutes, Adam, could look a bit different than what it's probably going to look like here with that 3 ball going with the shot clock running down, and it's a 6-point game.
Well, you know what the best thing is about this game right now is you have two teams who are both making plays. So this isn't, you know, both teams are rising to the level of the moment. And Brewster is 3-0 against Northfield so far this season. But they're getting the best of Northfield right now. So whoever's going to win this game is going to have to do it playing their best basketball, because neither team is giving up an inch right now.
Ashton Langford will slowly walk it up. We'll see if Brewster Academy uses a lot of their shot clock here.
Well, Northfield's in zone right now, and I'm not sure. And Brewster, I think, just kind of recognizing and changing. You see they're realigning right now. Northfield came out in zone out of that timeout, and all of a sudden there's 8 on the shot clock.
There's a 3 by Ashton Langford, and he buries it.
That is an absolutely huge shot. I thought Mackay Ashton Langford had been pressing in stretches here in the second half, but you don't find bigger buckets than that. That is huge.
Brewster's lead back up to 9. 69-60.
And look at the way they're defending. I mean, these guys have really turned it up on the defensive end in the last few minutes.
Open 3 for Grady. Can't leave him open.
I mean, what a game. Credit to both teams, both coaching staffs, both of these guys just playing to the best of their ability. Fatigue isn't playing a factor. To their credit, this is a testimony to both programs.
Well, last year, Adam, when you and I called the season for prep basketball. So many of these games we would see one team go up by maybe 10 or 12 or even 15, but we knew it was never over. And it wasn't because one team isn't good, or they're both very talented teams on the floor. You always know the team that's down has the ability to easily come back.
Well, in any high-level game, you know there's a run that can come at any time, and these are all high-level games. I mean, every guy on the court is a Division I player, and the majority of them are high major Division I players.
30-second timeout called with 2:32 remaining in this second half. Brewster Academy leading Northfield Mount Herman this National Prep Championship, 69-63. With the firepower on really both teams. This game is long from over. Brewster Academy looking for their 5th National Prep title. Northfield looking for their 2nd. Working baseline to Wolf, nice pass on the other side of the lane to Hanna, and he could not finish.
Well, that was the long arm of Sidney Wilson coming in and bouncing off the ground like it was a trampoline to turn that one away at the last minute.
And now Brewster Academy will use as much of that 30-second shot clock, Adam, as possible.
Well, another reason why I love prep school basketball, it's college basketball caliber talent, college basketball rules.
Haywood's 3 is a bit long. It deflects out. Northfield will have it. Minute 59 on the clock. They're down a half dozen. They honestly don't need a 3 here. Yeah, that would be ideal.
No, yeah, they don't. They need a good possession.
Right. Grady. Low left baseline, Murphy spinning into the paint. Turnarounds put in.
Well, that was the matchup they wanted. They said Thomas Murphy going at Sidney Wilson. Sidney Wilson, a better defender right now, coming from the weak side of the floor where he can block shots with his athleticism than he is on the ball, especially in the post.
Ashton Langford driving, put up a wild shot.
But the change of speed he made there right around the elbow area, that was a highest level move. I mean, he hit the brakes and then took off big time.
Foul on Murphy, his 3rd. Stopping the clock, minute 25 remaining. It's a 4-point Brewster Academy lead. Ashton Langford will get a couple, and he hits the first. 12 second half points for Mackay. 8, now 9 of his 15 points.
So we're talking about a guy who everyone on this Brewster team hasn't lost a game all winter, but he didn't lose a game in July either. Won 4 straight championships with mass rivals, and literally hasn't lost a basketball game since last May.
8 of Ashton Langford's 15 points coming from the charity stripe. That 3 is short, but the offensive rebound for DeWolf keeps it alive for Northfield, but we're inside a minute.
Yeah, might keep Northfield's chances alive too. This is a big possession right now.
Do they look for a 3 or just the best opportunity?
Again, Brewster defense has been so impressive here down the stretch the last 10 minutes.
Grady driving, gets a screen, throws up a fadeaway. He was off balance. It's an air ball, and it goes out of bounds. That might do it with 34.5 seconds remaining.
Well, now it's time and score, so Northfield's going to have to face guard here, try and prevent the ball from getting in bounds, and then likely foul right away.
And now it looks like Brewster Academy will call a full timeout with 34.5 seconds remaining in the second half. 71-65, Brewster Academy in the lead. And Brewster will have to go the length of the floor. You would think you deny the inbounds. If you don't get a 5-second call or a turnover, you immediately foul.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, you know, if there's a decision to be made, it's for Northfield, it's if you want to try and apply one trap if they do get the ball in bounds, but that doesn't come without its risk. If they can make a pass out of that trap, there's a chance to break it and have a numerical advantage at the other end. So I think it's face guard and then give a quick foul, try and extend this game as long as you can.
And Northfield easily has players on their roster that can hit from beyond the arc. Grady has had a big night here. He's got 5 3-point field goals. Lazewski's got a couple, both here in the second half. Latek has hit a couple as well. So if the free throws are made, they obviously need threes. Tough to key on just one player, so they'll have options.
Yeah, you know, if you're Brewster right now, it's about taking care of the basketball, getting it to your best free throw shooters, and then knocking down free throws.
Ashton Langford inbounds. This is Wilson. No, they did not foul.
So they elected to give a quick one. See, that was the decision out of the huddle. It was one quick trap and then a subsequent foul. And that we knew that was going to be the decision. Is there one quick trap or is it an immediate foul? And they elected to go for the quick trap, hoping they could force a turnover. And give them credit. For when you elect to trap, the risk is that you can get beat long. They didn't get beat long, and they were still able to give up a quick foul, so nicely executed there.
Ashton Langford 8 for 9 from the charity stripe here tonight. And he misses the first.
Northfield's still alive. They don't need a 3 here, but they do need to go quickly.
20 seconds remaining.
Yeah,
they're not going quickly.
No, they're not.
Lazewski. Brady's 3. Got it. And a quick timeout called by John Carroll. Stopping the clock, 12.6 remaining. It's 71-68.
So now the decision is the exact same. You know they're going to face guard. You know they're going to try and force that 5-second violation. Then the choice is, if the ball gets inbounds, do they foul right away or do they go for the quick trap? I'm fouling. That's me. But we saw last time they elected to make one quick trap and they did it well. We'll see if they do it again here.
12.6 seconds remaining in this National Prep Championship here in New Haven. Glenn Conticello, Adam Finkelstein. Thanks for tuning in here tonight. This has been a fabulous final. The semifinals earlier today were as exciting. Northfield defeating Hargrave 86-82, and Brewster Academy defeating Putnam Science 76-73. Both were intense, close games, as this one is. We did not expect anything less here tonight in New Haven. All right, here we go. Brewster will have to go the length of the court. They just want to inbound it clean, and if they do not get fouled, try and get it up the court. Now quickly, the inbounds caught by Haywood, and he is immediately fouled. He'll go to the charity stripe, but he will get 2.
Really
correction, only a 1-and-1.
Yeah, and
my mistake.
You know, the first one is obviously the most important one. It's a 3-point game right now. One make would make it a 2-possession game.
.4 on the clock. And the first, no good.
Got all parts of the rim right here. Now, even on a make, Northfield's got to push this ball up the floor as quickly as they can. If it goes in and it becomes 4, getting the 3 is not as important as it is to get a quick score.
Northfield over the 10-team limit. I was corrected the first time. I should believe myself sometimes. But this is a 2-shot foul. The second is good. So he makes 1 of 2. He's got 8 points. Inbounds. It's a 4-point game. They need a quick shot here.
They got to go faster.
Grady. Lazewski back for Grady. 1 second. The shot is good. It will count, but that will end it. Oh, they're going to say no.
That's it.
They count the basket or no?
Whether or not it went in, it was
not enough. 72-71 is the final, and it is Brewster Academy winning the National Prep Championship here in New Haven. What a great game it was here tonight. As Brewster Academy, their head coach Jason Smith, wins their 5th overall National Prep Championship. In a hard-fought battle here tonight. We take a look at some final numbers for Brewster Academy. 15 for Ashton Langford, 19 for Thomas Allen. He had a big second half. 12 second half points. 22 for Aaron Wheeler. He also had a huge second half with 14 in the second half to lead Brewster. Northfield Mount Herman, they were led by Kellen Grady. He had 31 points here tonight, but in a 1-point loss, 72-71. And now Adam will go out onto the court as he does every year and present the championship trophy to Brewster Academy.
Well, for the 5th time, Brewster Academy head coach Jason Smith, the National Prep School champions. And today's MVP with 22 points, Aaron Wheeler.
Now there you see Brewster Academy with their championship trophy, their 5th national title. They are a regular here in the finals. 6 of the last 8 years they have appeared in this championship game. They now have won 5 titles overall. So again, the final here in New Haven, the National Prep Championship goes to Brewster Academy, 72-71. For my broadcast partner, Adam Finkelstein, my name is Glenn Conticello. Thanks for watching and goodbye from New Haven, Connecticut.